In the next 50 minutes, however long I have, I'm going to give you some easy stuff to take away right now. There's no point me confusing yourself, confusing myself, giving you stuff that might work or may not work. I'm going to give you some really simple stuff that I know from experience of talking to groups of people that it will work right away if you want it to. And it will get better the more you do it. And as Michelle said, there's something about this magic 28 days. If you can make a change in your life for 28 days, the chances are it'll stick. If you just do something today and tomorrow and think you're a new person, it won't, because you'll go back to the person you were before you walked in here earlier this morning. As Ed would say, does that make sense? I think so. So, do you think that it's possible that you can learn in the next 45 minutes something that will make you more confident when you're giving a presentation in front of your bosses or your customers? Yeah, you think it's possible. Do you think it's possible that you will be able to learn something that you can take into a difficult meeting with your boss or a fellow employee, to talk about a difficult subject, like their poor performance or how your boss is bullying you or whatever? Yeah. Is it possible? Is it possible? I mean, we're living in an uncertain world now, especially those of you who are in business, and probably all of you are in one way or another. Is it possible that you will be able to look at a situation and to make skillful decisions that are likely to be more successful and position you for the future, whatever the future brings us? Is it possible? Yeah. Well, of course, all of these things are. And one of the reasons why is because I used a particular word in the questions that I asked you. Can you remember what it was? I used the same word in every question. Is it possible? Possible is a power word. I've looked on the internet and there's a whole list of power words like inspirational, motivational, engaging, explosive. I haven't seen the word possible there. But to me, it's the most powerful word there is. Because what is the opposite of possible? I said it. Yes, I gave you a clue there. Exactly, impossible. Now, once you start using that word impossible, this project, this deadline you have given me is impossible, what's going to happen? It's not going to happen. You've already predicted it. You have joined the prediction club, which is one of the most powerful forces for predicting the future that there is. Because if you say something is going to happen, it probably will. And if you say something is impossible, it probably will be impossible. If you use the possible word, then of course everything changes. Now, I did say that I was going to give you a very, in the next 45 minutes, I was going to talk about the way our brains work in excruciating detail. Is that okay? Well, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I've got 2 minutes, so I'm going to have to make it real simple. You're okay for that, Richard, aren't you? Real simple. Now, all of you can leave this room an expert in the way our brain works. Because, as they say on Star Trek, the brain is the final frontier, the last frontier, where no man boldly wants to go. Because the scientists may pontificate and win Nobel Prizes for how the brain works, and certainly they have done fantastic work, but it's a fraction. We actually don't know. In fact, when you look at nature, we actually don't know much about anything. But whereas the brain is concerned, we know almost nothing.